Hello and welcome to Viva Barca. Welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest news. We start with second choice goalkeeper Neto Murara, as it has been reported that Celta Vigo are ready to sign the 32-year-old Barca goalkeeper on a free transfer. We are going to be discussing on that as we move ahead. Then secondly, talking about Raphinha, it has been reported that Raphinha is set to miss Leeds United pre-season tour amid transfer saga. We are also going to be looking at that. So guys, as we get right into it, please make sure to subscribe, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a video. Give the video a like and make sure to watch the video right up to the very end. Neto Murara is one of many Barcelona players who are facing immense pressure to leave Camp Nou as Xavi Hernandez looks to usher in a new era. The Brazilian goalkeeper has been a part of the club since 2019, serving as the main backup for Marc-Andre ter Stegen, but he has found himself excluded from Xavi's plans for the season ahead, with the Barca coach ready to consider Inaki Pena as the understudy for ter Stegen. Neto, as a result, has been asked to leave Barcelona this summer as the club wants to relieve his lucrative wages from their books. While Neto has resisted attempts to lure him away from Barca so far, his fortunes could soon change. According to a report from Mundo Deportivo, Neto has become a top target for Celta Vigo. After losing top-level goalkeeper Matias Tituro in the summer, the Galician club are looking for a direct replacement, with the Barcelona star emerging as the ideal option. Celta Vigo are even willing to meet Neto's wage demands, but only one condition: Barca will have to terminate the goalkeeper's contract and hand him a letter of freedom. It appears Celta are not too keen on paying any transfer fee for Neto, whose current contract at the Camp Nou expires at the end of next season. Barcelona were willing to hand Neto a letter of freedom last summer, but the goalkeeper opted not to leave the Camp Nou. He was happy to obtain the hefty salary package at the club despite his lack of game time. However, with just 1 year left on Neto's contract, he could consider joining Celta Vigo, where he is likely to receive the same salary and an opportunity to get his career back on track by becoming a first-choice shortstopper there. Barcelona themselves should not find any issue in terminating the contract of Neto, whose departure could go a long way in helping them balance the books ahead of the new season. Neto have been talked about as one of the players who are likely to leave, even though it has been so difficult to get him off the wage books, because at some point Neto said he won't leave, he wants to stay, and Barcelona continue to find it difficult to offload him. And given the fact that Inaki Pena wants to be second choice this season, of course, Inaki Pena was on loan at Galatasaray this past season. Xavi wants Inaki Pena to be second choice. And that will not be possible if Neto is still in the club. That is why Barcelona want to do everything in their power to get rid of Neto this summer. And with the goalkeeper still keen on staying at the Camp Nou despite rumors of him leaving, it's going to be interesting to see what Barcelona do at the end of the day. So Celta Vigo have been interested, and there's a condition. Celta Vigo want Barca to terminate the contract of Neto before they make their move. So terminating contracts will not come that straightforward, we all know that, because for a long time we've been hearing rumors of Barca trying to terminate contracts of some fringe players, but at the end of the day they don't terminate any of those contracts, because we don't just go ahead to terminate contract of a player like that. It's a whole process. It can even lead to court, because it's a contract buying by two parties. So as it stands right now, Neto is expected to leave. Xavi does not have him in his plans at all, and him leaving will at least give space for Inaki Pena, who I think was brilliant last season, and he went on loan to show how brilliant he is, how he can be trusted as a goalkeeper for Barcelona. He deserves to be second place. He has been third choice for a very long time, and coming to Barcelona from a loan from Galatasaray, he wants to be that second choice goalkeeper. So let's see if Barcelona will indeed terminate the contract of Neto Murara as Celta Vigo wants before they make a move, given as Barcelona are desperate to sell Neto, if they will actually do what Celta Vigo wants, or they will follow the normal process by, pressuring or by trying to convince Neto to leave for more game time for next season. Then on to the next story of discussion. Raphinha has emerged as one of the most sought-after players in the transfer market this summer, with a plethora of top clubs across Europe keen on acquiring his services. Barcelona are among the clubs to be listed as potential suitors for the Leeds United forward, who is likely to depart Elland Road this summer after 2 successful years at the club. According to highly reliable Phil Hay of The Athletic, Raphinha is set to miss out on the club's pre-season trip to Australia in light of speculations surrounding his future. He is expected to train in England until a club eventually prevails in the race to sign the Brazilian. Raphinha's missed trip to Australia comes just days after Leeds United confirmed the capture of Luis Sinisterra. The Colombian winger has been brought in as a direct replacement for the 25-year-old, which suggests a move away from Elland Road could soon be on the horizon. Barcelona are said to be closing in on the signing of the Brazilian international in the coming days, but the negotiations could be impacted by the latest speculations involving Ousmane Dembele. It appears Dembele is closing in on an agreement with Barca over a contract extension for 2 years. His prolonged stay at Camp Nou could potentially impact the role of Raphinha from a sporting perspective and for Barcelona, and from an economic perspective as well. With that in mind, it will be interesting to see how Barca approach the transfer saga. The Catalans have maintained both the players can coexist in the same team. As the club continue to bear the economic toll, it will not be surprising to see them relinquish their pursuit of the Brazilian this summer. As the day passes by, the race for Raphinha continues to look intense. Chelsea and Barca are the two clubs in talk of war for the Brazilian signature. And of course, the player knows very well he will not stay at Leeds, and that is why Leeds themselves have already acquired a direct replacement, and they know that he will not be there with them. So it has been reported that he will not likely go to Australia. He will remain in England as Barca and Chelsea continue to fight for his signing. And the other day, the coach of Leeds United, Jesse Marsch, spoke about the future of Raphinha, and he was very frank, very honest, saying that it will not be a surprise to see, Raphinha not being with them when they go for their preseason tour very soon to Australia, which means that everything is certain that Raphinha will not play for Leeds. To the extent of even getting some other reports saying that even if Barcelona fail to sign Raphinha, he would prefer to move to Chelsea. Even though Barca is a dream for him, but he does not want to be at Leeds. He wants to integrate to a better club than Leeds. Rather than waiting for Barca, if Barca don't show any effort, he might likely go to Chelsea and maybe going to Barca another year. That is what some reports are saying. So as it stands right now, Barcelona, even though they are still slow somehow, but of course, it is highly likely that when the second economic lever will be activated, then we will likely go for Raphinha and match Chelsea's offer. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.